computer. Yes, leaders, thank you for your patience. Let's prepare our t-shirts and all that. Thank you for your patience, leaders. We have been talking about the need for us to wake up because we have been invited by the Americans to use a product that they have, which is a product that works in the virtual space. It's like they give you a car and they say to you, here is a car, and then you have this car, and after you are having this car, you say, but I don't even know in this country, where are we driving? Are we driving in the left or in the right? Or maybe you say, I've never driven in freeway before. And that is a problem that we have now, to say that they have given us this car, and it's a beautiful car. It's a very fast car. But first and foremost, we must go and give you the basics. We must go for the learner's license. We must go for the driver's license. And you must also understand how the infrastructure of that country works. I thought that I must do that because most of the people, when I am teaching about Luna, which is the first car that we have been given, most of the people are still backwards because they are sleepwalking when it comes to the virtual space. They are not awake. So my work this week was just to say, let there be virtual transformation, let there be digital awakening, and also let us use practical examples that we see here and there, what happens here, what happened there, and let us see from those examples what is it that we can learn. And today I prepared something which is brewing up in the country. And when you go to the news, you are going to see that it is there, which is about the fight between the big tech giants together with our country. And this is also to say that our country now is beginning to awaken. They are having the digital awakening experience that me and you are having right now. It is the same experience that challenged other companies to have. And my job today is to say to you, this is the government. These are the things that happen when a government is not awakened in the digital space. Then I say to you, these are the businesses. This is what happens when the businesses are not awakened in the digital space. And then I go further. I say, this is me and you, and this is what happens when me and you are not awakened in the digital space. This is touching everybody in the economics and in the politics that we live in. And that is why when we are operating in those corners of Facebook, Instagram, we need to know the bigger picture. And that bigger picture, it is the virtual geopolitics. Like when you are in your country, you need to know the geography of the whole country, from your suburb, from your township. You need to know the geography of the whole country. You need to know the geography of the whole continent. And even now, that is what I'm trying to say. That is what I'm trying to do here. I have shown you a city. I said this is a Facebook city. I think you remember that city. And I showed you how to go around the city. But the virtual world is not all about that city. There are politics of the entire world, which is the virtual world. There is a geography of the virtual city, and there is a geopolitics of the virtual city. The more you understand those things, the more you begin to understand better how to work where you are, because now you understand the bigger picture. And today, that is what I'm going to be showing you. I'll tell you about this story, and I'm going to simplify it. And as I simplify that story, it prepares you for your mindfulness, for your virtual mindfulness, because we need to be virtually mindful. And you will notice that countries are not the same in the mindfulness virtually. America is more mindful virtually than me and you here. And West Africa is more mindful virtually than us here. East Africa is more mindful virtually than us here. So all those things are the challenges that we need to look into. Let me just silence my my WhatsApp, the notifications. My apologies about that. So leaders, what I'm going to do today, I'm going to share the story. And this story is about, I'll give you the background just now. Let's just share the screen. These are the basics that we need. We need to share them with our children as well. They are very important basics. They need to know these things. They need to know what is happening and how do these things affect us all. Okay, let's see if we're going to see the slideshow here. And then let's try and go back to the beginning. Okay. Leaders, we spoke about the problem of Google and the country. How many of us remember? Do we remember, leaders? Am I still audible? Am I still visible? If I am, you can just chat also and say I am audible.
Yes, you are.
Okay, let's start from scratch because maybe other people were not there. There is this thing called journalism, and in journalism, we used to have papers, and these papers, we used to read our news from the papers. How many were alive during those days? Now, for them to make money, there must be businesses that come to advertise in these papers. Okay? Now, as they do that, they are able to pay for the papers as they are giving us the news. So the businesses are advertising there and they pay the papers, right? Now, it moved from papers, it went to television. Now, the businesses again, when television, which is still journalists, when they were giving us news, businesses would say, I want to put my advert, please. And then they say, okay, no, you can put your advert. Then as they put their adverts there, they pay. So as the people are giving us news from the television, from the paper, they know that they get income from the adverts, which are also coming to us. Now, here is the change that came. Now, we are those journalists today. You are owning a small shop, and that small shop that you are owning, before there was Santin, there was, we used to go to Pretoria with an old Pretoria road. And I'm trying to remember a special town between Pretoria and Johannesburg. I will remember it now. And there were some small shops that were there. You knew that in this old Pretoria road, in the garages there, you will go and pour petrol there. All those small shops there, you get something to eat, you buy there, and every shop knew that I am in the traffic. Where the traffic is, I am there. So that is how they were gaining money, because they were in the traffic. Where the traffic was passing, they were there. But then came the freeways. How many of you remember in Joburg when the freeways came? Because we were born before the freeways in Joburg. Then came the freeways. Now, when the freeways came, all those shops that cars used to pass in those small roads, they started to fall down. And the freeways, they made their own choice on how to control the traffic. That the traffic, there must be no robot that passes in that shop. And as a result, after they had these freeways, there were the big malls now that they were saying, when you have an off-ramp, put me as a mall here. And then there were those big garages that could afford now, which were coming from abroad to say, I want to buy this land at the off-ramp here. And now that small garage and that small shop, there was no more traffic passing there. And as a result, it happened that they die off. How many of you remember that? Is that making sense? Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yes, leader. Yeah, I remember that very clearly.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, when that happened, there was a traffic control. The traffic now was controlled to which shop must benefit from the traffic more. And now the malls, they were saying that build an off-ramp that will go to Atterbury so that we are going to have the traffic come there. No, don't build an off-ramp before that, don't build. There were politics about off-ramps, that where you must build an off-ramp and to whom must the traffic go first. That is the situation, leaders, that is in the digital world. The digital world, this thing called the freeway that came with the digital world is what is called Google and Facebook. Those are the freeways. All of us now are going fast in this traffic. And now those small shops out there, those small journalists out there, they are no longer getting the access. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. They are no longer getting the access to this traffic. But now what makes them angry? Like in those other shops, the same thing that they are selling there is sold in the mall. Oh, it looks like I'm making a lot of noise here. Somebody's peeping. The same thing is sold as well in the mall. I get passionate about this. Now, this is the complaint of South African news. They say, Google, Facebook, how come do you have our news without having paid for them? Our people now are having the news. You just do a copy and paste from our news. You put them there and you have not paid for them. And then our people no longer come to us. They're just having news from you because you have your own advertising companies that are paying from that. And then they are going down. So the country is saying, no, Facebook, you cannot do that. You cannot do that. That is the background of the story. Because we are all fighting for the same traffic. That is the background of the story, leaders. And I'm going to show you where we fit in here. I'm going to show you where we fit in here. Let's go to the next slide. Okay. Right. Now, what is happening, like I said, the Google and the Facebook, they are having these snippets. They don't pay the publishers, They have the news of South Africa. They are not paying the people who develop the content, which means now that, the platforms will be able to publish a content that they have not developed. You develop a content as a journalist, and then they just use that content. They have not even paid for it. And that's what the South African journalists are demanding. They said we have lost money over so many years. So in the next 5 years, Google, Facebook, please pay us 300 to 500 million every year so that these companies are going to get that. Now, this is not new, leaders. It happened in Canada. It happened in Australia. It has got nothing to do with South African politics. And this is something that is happening with you right now where you are. Where me and you are right now, our job is gone. Where did it go? It went to this freeway. Maybe now you understand why we also need to be in the freeway and understand how to get, this market from the freeway. In those small roads, you used to put not only the shop, but there used to be a flea market next to the road. You could only stand alone in the road and sell your apples and oranges. But now you can't do that in the freeway. And that is the problem. This is where we are right now because there is a shift that is happening. The big tech now is controlling this thing called the digital real estate. Remember, I said to you, you need to wake up and understand that you have a house in the virtual world. That is your real estate. And you must decorate that house. You must put money to that house. You must, when you are aware of your house, you begin to put money and invest in that house, which is maybe your profile. So these are the things that are beginning to happen right now. Because now, even with the journalists, they say, no, this is not good. We can't even do our own journalism the way we used to do. There are people like Vanto now, they are doing the AI-generated content, like the one that I did this morning. You understand that? So all these things, they are shifting now how the power economically used to be for them. And now one needs to say, how do I tap into the freeway? That's the big question. how do we tap into the traffic that comes in the freeway? Because it's getting bigger and bigger. You know, those who remember, the freeway just used to be one lane that side, one lane that side. Then it became two lanes and two lanes. It went to three lanes and three lanes. Now it is even going to four lanes each side. That means that there is a lot of people who are passing Johannesburg to Pretoria and beyond. That whole traffic, the question is, who is getting money? You know, apart from these who've got special off-ramps, whereby you've got your convenience garage that has got everything just next to the freeway. People no longer go to the convenience stores that are away from the freeway. Now, everyone who is building next to the traffic is the one who is getting money. And this is where we are saying now, there has to be an awareness, there has to be an awakening. We need to wake up, but not only us, our government needs to wake up. That is why they have failed us in educating us about this, because they have also not awakened. The ministers that we are appointing to these places, we are appointing them because maybe of political processes. But the truth is they have not awakened to this virtual world and what is happening there. Now, government now is beginning to regulate the revenue. Government is beginning to say, hello, is there somebody saying something? Do we have somebody just that who has got an open? Please mute yourself. Hello, can you mute yourself, please? Hello. Leaders, we are recording this for some other people. Please, when you come in here, mute yourself, because now we have to go back and do an editing of this. When we edit it, we need to remove all this noise and sound for the quality of that. So leaders, this is where we are right now. We are saying now that the government must regulate and say, okay, you brought a freeway here, and then after bringing a freeway, you said, okay, because you don't have money for this freeway, I will put toll gates myself because it is my freeway, it's not of the government. Maybe it's the freeway of China or the freeway of whatever. And they say, no, but that is still our traffic. Even if the freeway is brought by you, yes, the people will subscribe and pay the e-tolls or whatever. Thank you for building it, but you're still gaining in that. But we need to have a say of where the off-ramps must be, to the parliament, the off-ramps to important government places. And the traffic here, it needs to look at the security of the country. All those things. Government is saying, no, let us look into this. It can affect us negatively because these people come from outside to have the flow of the traffic. Then they also decide where the traffic must go. It can't work that way. We need to say where the traffic must go. This traffic is the internet traffic, because it is our traffic. It must go to our businesses. It must go to our schools. It cannot just, talk about schools that are only in America. It must talk about schools locally. Government is affected, leaders, but also businesses are also affected. But now then, businesses say, we need to adopt new strategies. ShopRite says people don't come to us anymore. They are buying from Amazon. They are buying from Take a Lot. These companies from outside that come with this virtual world, they want to come and take over our countries. They say, no, it can't happen that way. We need to come together, us as the shops here together with the news. That is why things like News 24, they own a lot of these delivery things that are delivering from shops to us, you see, because they had to come together as businesses. ShopRite, Pick and Pay, and all that, they say, oh no, people are now buying from Amazon. They are not buying from us. People now, we need to adopt those strategies. People must buy from us. ShopRite is communicating with us more with WhatsApps than any time before. And today we buy from homes. That's how businesses had to adopt. But it's not only that. Now, the businesses, they have got the digital presence. Government so it says also we need a digital presence. I don't know if there are people who know the big court case that was between one American guy and South African government, because this guy was owning a website, and that website was called southafrica.com. How many remember that court case? And government said, no, but this is our country's name. That guy said, no, this is the name of my domain. I'm the one who got this name. And let me tell you, leaders, the country lost. They had to pay that guy millions just to get that name back. So, because that name now is the digital estate. So, individuals also need to understand their digital presence. Company needs to understand their digital presence. Even government must regulate the revenue of the digital presence. So, you are fitting somewhere in this. That is where we are going right now. My apologies, we have a problem here. Our computers are frozen. Now, the government, how do they respond to this? You know, there must be some revenue sharing policies that they must do this. They must also encourage AI literacy and digital skills training. And that's what we are not doing at the moment. That is why me and you are struggling here in South Africa. When people in East Africa are already ahead of us here, they can sell more of, network marketing things in South Africa more than us. You will notice that people in Kenya, they have got more network marketing downlines of South Africa than South African themselves. When you put together all these other companies of MLM, people in West Africa, they have got more South Africans, more than us. And yet we are here with the South Africans because they understand the AI literacy, they understand the digital skills training, and our government, we need this for our government to help us and also to protect our media and the people who are creating content, for their content not to be taken somewhere else without the permission. So now with the businesses, they don't have to depend on the revenue of the adverts like before with their papers and the television to say that the people will, they will pay for the advertising that they do. Because the people who are paying advertising now, they are no longer with papers, they are no longer with television. They have moved to the digital space. Now, that means businesses must learn to use social media. They must learn now to put people in subscriptions. They must learn now to have digital products and digital sales. Now, that is how businesses are beginning to advance and adapt. And also, they must learn how to automate with AI and operate those skills. I've been showing you personally as an individual, how am I automating in my own space. So, here is my point to you now. We have a lot of things to learn from here. You need to take control of your digital presence. You must build the personal brand. That is whether it is companies or you. We need to build those personal brands and take control of this digital presence. We need to learn SEO. We need to learn AI. We need to learn automation. What is SEO? SEO, search engine optimization, simply means that even if I don't have an off-ramp to my shop, but that traffic must come to me as well. I need a bit of the pie of that traffic. So we need to learn all these things. What is AI? Luna is AI. We misunderstand Luna because we don't even understand what is AI. We need to learn automation. Some of you, they see the WhatsApps that I'm sending to them, they are all automated. Most of the time to our group, I send about 140 WhatsApps. All I do, I press one button, I prepare other things while those WhatsApps are going to we need to learn that. And also we need to diversify income streams. That is don't depend on Google and Facebook, because Google as a company, they can just close you as a company, Facebook can just close your profile. So you must diversify. It's very important for you to understand all the platforms for you to not to depend on one platform. So there is a plan that you need to have for you to be able to be successful. Are you still with me? Okay.
Yes, leader.
You need
Yes,
to
leader,
have
we
your
are.
own plan because now you understand that these people, they own a lot of property. Just like you see the freeways, the malls are benefiting more from the freeways. They are connected with those who are building the freeways. They are connected. They sit in the same meetings. So it is with Google. They are connected with certain big companies that they want that each country's traffic must benefit there first before it benefits other businesses. But now you must own your business, your digital space. You must have your own website. You must have your own email list and your own community so that if anything happens, today we have something that is called in our country, what is what happens when the electricity, what do we call it? When we don't have electricity, we call it load shedding. A very nice
Load shedding.
no wonder I forget this name. It's a very nice name, but it's an electricity blackout. That's what it is. In other countries, they already have a blackout of the network, the virtual blackout. I was talking with Mr. Leo yesterday, waiting for other people from Nigeria. They have their own blackout, not the electricity. Now, you need to be able to own your digital space. You must have your own website, have your own email list. You must have your own community outside the platforms. Learn to have your own content, your own blogs, your own videos, your own social media engagement. You need to start having this success plan, and you must monetize smartly, know how to bring money. In our case, we have, our company has done this part for us. It has done the e-commerce for us. And also the premium content. We have our premium content from Luna. Luna has built a content from us that is at a very high level. So it is very important to do the automation. Understanding the AI, Luna has done this for us. The plan that you see here, leaders, of the digital success plan, Luna has this plan for us already. But other people don't have Luna. They have to learn these things for them to be able to do that. Now, the online presence, when it is me and you, we must create a Facebook group and a Facebook page. Not only the Facebook profile, that is your home. A Facebook group is a community that you create. Other people, they will open churches, others, they will open a dance class, others, they will open a yoga class. That is a group in the community. They call it a Facebook group here, or a page. A page now is where you have your business, you see, and you must set up a website or a blog. That we will talk about sometime, which I already also do. You must also build an email list of the people that you want to have direct contact with, without having to depend on these platforms. Because you see, when our own government is fighting with these platforms, what will happen when these platforms go for a blackout? Where will you have your online presence? You need to have a way of keeping your online presence with you. So there must be a way that you succeed and have a plan of succeeding in what you will be doing. Understand the pillars that you will have, as we have said them. There are 4 of those pillars, which is the website, email list, creating the content, monetization, and automation. Okay, we have spoken about that in the previous slides. Now, the audience, we need to attract the right audience. That's the next thing that we need to do. We need to attract the right audience. What did we say about the audience, leaders? We are going to repeat this until we fully understand it. 70% of the content must be educational. It must be inspiring. It must be entertaining. You're not getting any money from it. And you need to use the videos, the reels in storytelling. We said that there is a 24-hour reel that must go. You need to post consistently, and you are busy now filtering the audience that is going to come to your off-ramp. You are creating your own off-ramp that people must off-ramp there, but eventually they must find your shop where it is. Even if the off-ramp is next to the mall, they must be able to find where your shop is. And then the engagement that is here now, eventually we are going to convert this engagement into revenue. When people are starting to advertise, they want to advertise something today and sell today and get money today. It does not work that way. It does not work that way. You can pay for introducing yourself to people and start earning in the second month, at the end of the second month from those people. You don't just advertise today, get money today. There must be free value that you are giving. That's 70% of education. That 10% that talks about you, for them to see that you are human, you are real, you are a person with family, you are amongst people, you stay in this city. They must be able to see that, but only 20% must start saying, okay, I do have this business as well. And you need to engage again and again. And now, the other thing that we are doing, this is what I am doing. We need to learn how to save time and work smarter. We need to use ChatGPT for content creation. On our side, we are using Luna for content creation. We need to automate. I said to you that there must be an automated WhatsApp and Messenger responses. And we are going to talk more about how to send. I send messages to more than 300 people, more than 800 people in one day. Like today, I have to send message to about 1,400 people to remind them that we need to maintain it is the last day. That WhatsApp is going to arrive to all of these people, but it is automated. Even if when it comes to that person, it addresses that person as an individual, but it is automated. We need to learn how to schedule posts with the Meta Business Suite. That is one thing that we will be talking about. And I have a place that I've invited you already where I've done something like that. We need to do that. We need to learn those things because now we are learning how to bring these people from their off-ramps. No matter how far is the off-ramp, they must be able to find where your shop is. Learn how to do the attraction marketing, how to share the testimonials, the success stories, show the behind scenes of your business. What happens? I just did it this morning when I started. I showed you the behind the scenes that before I come to present here, this is what I do, this is what I prepare, all that is making people to say, hey, this is a place worth staying in, and there are limited time deals that we have, which is our promos, where we are using them to attract the people. Now, in multiplying our success, because we are in network marketing, we need to train others to duplicate the system like I am doing now in training you. We need to train others because the digital presence is not only for one person in network marketing, it is for the entire team. We need to provide support and leadership to our teams, and also we need to expand in new digital markets. It might be in new countries, it might be in new other spaces, but every time expand more and more as you are multiplying your success. Well, this is the future as we know it. This is the future as we know it right now. The future is AI and automation. I have not talked much about AI. I have not talked much about automation. I've been only talking about digital awakening, virtual transformation, but we will be talking about AI and automation, which are the things that I am using mostly in the work that I'm doing now. I'm using AI and automation. We need to understand that we have to learn more of the AI. We have to learn more of the automation because these are the things that are the future. That is how we are taking that traffic in the freeway and bring it into our spaces. And we need to be adaptive. People who are adapting are people who are ready to learn something new every day. Invest in the digital skills. Go to Udemy, study, take a new lesson. That is our lifestyle from now. Now, the things that from the lesson that we have learned, government must begin to implement fair digital regulations. When it comes to businesses, we are business from the side of APL Go. We need to innovate beyond the traditional revenue models. Individuals they must master AI and automation. Now that one, it is there is no excuse, leaders. There is no excuse. This is what we need to master. We need to master AI and automation, and we need to encourage one another to set some goals for digital transformation. We need to have goals that we set for our digital transformation, making sure that we find out from each other how far are we in growing, because there are goals that you used to set from school, from primary to high school, from high school to college, college to university. There were goals that you were setting up for your growth there. You need to start afresh and set those goals for yourself. That is how we will do this. And then we must take control of our digital future. And the big tech will always bring something new, but we must not remain behind. There are people today that came to Luna. These people are going with their own pace. But let me tell you something, leaders. The Luna that you registered to, I don't know how many weeks ago, Luna is changing every week. How many of you are aware of that? Are you aware that
Yes,
Luna
I've
is
seen
changing
that.
every week? It is changing every week. The Luna that you thought you knew last week is not the same Luna this week. That is the nature of these AI things. You must continue to learn because they are advancing every time. They are also learning. These systems of artificial intelligence, they are also learning. Every week they are growing. It is a very funny machinery. We used to think that things that are growing are only biologically put, but these machines are growing just like things that are growing outside because they are growing with information. So we need to understand how to grow them and how to step into that economy. That is the things that we need to do. Now, we are saying in this lesson, I made a website where you are going to apply the lessons from the session. Uh, I said to you that you must have your account of ChatGPT. And also the automated digital business is something that I will be demonstrating some other time. And also you must connect to mentorship that will accelerate your growth. That is the recommendation that I have for your next move. And this finishes our slides that we are doing right now. And before we close this, we will answer some questions and we will have some comments. Any comments?
I I wasn't I wasn't present on Wednesday. So a lot of what you were saying is new to me. That's why I didn't answer when you asked, do you remember me saying these things? Because I obviously am hearing it for the first time. But thank you nonetheless, because everything is educational, and you can only move forward.
Thank you, Vanessa. Lady LB.
Good day, everyone. I was just gonna ask Babagutin, I don't know where did you put the recording for Wednesday. I think that will help all the new people today.
Okay, let me answer that quickly. The recording of Wednesday, I forgot to stop it when Babu Baloyi was talking about my personal side of the issues, when you remember them, and also the side of the personal side of the group. So we can't put those things into we can't put them into the public domain. So I will be cutting that first today, and then I will be putting that recording. And now, if you will notice, most of the recordings, even the website that I say to you, here is a website which is in your, what is this now? That website, you will see that in that website, the recording is there as well. Most of the websites that I have, that which when I invite you, I put them there. At the end of the session, I put the recording there as well in those websites. And also, Lady LB is also uploading some of the work into the Facebook group. And I am a bit disappointed because I think only 5% of us are using the Facebook group effectively, where most of the recordings are. And I know many leaders that said they don't see the recordings. I literally had to go and copy them from the Facebook group and give to them. I understand it is the challenge that we are talking about of awakening into the space where we are. And also, I know that these lessons might be a bit faster for you. You must tell me that, hey, now you are going too fast. Because sometimes I get used to be me. You understand that? And you must remind me and say, stop the lorry. You are going too fast. And you must tell me, there is one leader yesterday said, hey, I'm never available in your meetings. I'm thinking of, stepping aside because I'm always behind. I say that is the reason that there is Luna. Luna is there because we are always at work. We are always at work, and Luna wants to do some things for us whilst we are at work. That is why we have these lessons. For those who say, I missed this lesson, we are going to make sure that the ones that you missed, they are in the websites and they are also in the Facebook group. You will find all those lessons there from this weekend together with Lady LB, who is also helping in managing the Facebook group. We are going to make sure that every lesson that you are talking about, it is there. But Nati, the automation lessons, I think what you are saying is a very good suggestion. We will do them on Monday, the automation lessons. Leaders, when I prepare what I prepare right now, let me just give you a rundown. What happens is that the first thing that I do, I listen to the news. Like this morning, I listened to this news about South Africa and Google, and I will go take the same news and take the link of those news, go to ChatGPT and say, what do you think about this news? How do these news fit into our lessons? And then we talk with ChatGPT. And after that, I say, I want to write something about this. And I pulling all my notes. Then I bring it to it and give instruction to write a website based on all the notes that I have. And after that, I say, I want you to do the slides for this. And whilst you are doing the slides, I want you to do a WhatsApp message to all the people and tell them about what is coming and put a Zoom link. That is all automation. And we need to learn those things because like you saw the delay this morning, but when you see how many things have been done already until now, I'm telling you, it's things that we used to do them in 4 days. You see, so that automation also is very important. So Putnati, yes, let's do it for Monday. Sorry, Dr. Minky, with the load shedding. Okay. Morning, Rida Mamdeti, and there is an apology from Major Cops of being a bit late. But
I'm here, leader. I'm here.
yes, I did notice that you are here. Oh, Dr. Minky, you are here as well. No, that is fine.
Yes, I'm also here.
But what I'm saying, leaders, is that these things, I'm putting them on record. Maybe they are a bit of a higher standard, but I have to put them on that standard, then come back And uh, let's charge quickly. Let's charge quickly. Let us charge quickly. And then we can simplify them. And the only way to simplify them is when you are able to go and listen to the recordings. There is a lot of people are looking for recordings, but they don't listen to them. That's why Mr. Baloy is no longer giving recordings. But with us, because we are an academy, we are going to put all the recordings in the place, but we can't take the recording and give it to you again after we put it there. So we need to, we know that this is all the process of digital awakening, virtual transformation, but practice makes perfect. Practice makes perfect. Do we have other comments? I want to.
Good morning, leader.
Good morning, leader.
Yes, although I came in a bit late, but as you are explaining all these changes, we need to embrace them because the world is not going to wait for us. We might not grasp everything, during the presentation, but as we jot down a few things that you teach us, I just wanted to say we shouldn't beat ourselves up even if we don't understand everything now, but we will see as time goes on. Even this temp portal, I was in a board meeting on Wednesday, and the secretary there, because the other people were listening to us virtually. So, and she said, she was showing us something and said on the portal. I said, okay, this is the portal. And we learn bit by bit, all those terms. We shouldn't find ourselves in the dark just because we are afraid to step into the changes that are happening in technology. Thank you.
Okay, all right. You're welcome. You're welcome. What is the next comment, leaders? Okay. Before we close, I'm going to share this with you, and let's see if we can. Let's just remove that PowerPoint. Okay, I'll remove the PowerPoint now. Let me just share screen. I'm going to share this with you because this is some of the things that you will be doing. Because it's very important for us to be digitally awakened and be digitally aware. Because what is happening right now, we own houses, we leave them open, we leave chairs outside, we leave the garage open, the car is outside, we don't lock, and then we just go. And that's how we treat our Facebook platforms. That's how we treat our Facebook platforms. So it's because we are not digitally awakened. Can you see my screen now, leaders? Confirm if you can see my screen.
Yes.
Yes, we can see it. It's
Okay.
visible.
All right, leaders. Okay, thank you. Thank you. We opened this new website. It's called Abundant Living Web Network. And then we keep on struggling about the muting, and it's getting very sensitive. I opened this, and after opening this, maybe some of you, they see it, and then I only started posting last week. And when I post here, this is day 3. We see that this is day 3. This is blogging. This is just blogging. And And then this is day 2, you know, and this is day 1. And after that, this is so difficult, leaders. This is so difficult. This is day 1. I remember at school when we were doing some things not legal, there used to be a stick. Okay. Now that is day 1. And then what I did here, I put this, which is the advert of the course, which was going to be automated going forward. Now, this is an estate. This is a digital estate that I'm building. Now, when you build an estate, you must put some money into your estate. Now, this is what I did, which I wanted to show to you. Let's just go here. When you have your virtual city leaders, you need to have your YouTube notes. You need to have your WhatsApp groups, the notes about them. You don't just jump into WhatsApp and post anyhow. You need to have notes about them. Just like when you're going in your business every morning, you write notes what you're going to be doing in your business. You need to have a website strategy. You need to have your TikTok strategy. You need to have your Facebook city. In the Facebook city, you've got your Facebook groups. In the Facebook groups that you have, you've got other groups and you've got your groups. You understand? Now, in the Facebook city, you've got pages. In the pages, the one that I'm busy with now is called Abundant Living Network. It was formerly a Namibian page for that I used to. Now, these are other pages, but these are for wellness. I will be having 5 for wellness. I'll be having about 5 for the digital awakening. So it's very important, leaders, that when you are doing your online, you must be aware of your digital estate. You must write notes about your digital estate. You must know what is happening with your website strategy. At the moment here, it is the Get Well Africa. You must have a place for your images, leader. Pull the images, or any image that you love, pull it and put it in one place for yourself. All that I'm doing here, my leaders, is exactly what Luna is trying to show us. Luna is trying to show us that as Luna, you know, there is a digital estate. This is a digital estate, but this digital estate is controlled from APL Go. Now you need to have your own files like this of your own digital estate. That is my encouragement to you about this. And then I am going to post something that is going to show that one. I'm not going to do any presentation about it. I'm just going to post to show how I started with this digital estate and the journey of it, because I feel that it is very important for you to understand the journey of this digital estate. What I did with it, I did a scheduling of about 8 posts that I posted ahead of time. Maybe I could also go there and you see them. I posted all of them ahead of time. It's about 7 of them. Now, when I posted them there, I went here into the planner, and in the planner there, everything you see, they are posted, they are all posted there already, all the way. This is okay. Let's see the month, not the week. You know, when we're talking about the month, this is the February month. They are all posted there, and then they are going to be posted from that month until the month of March. You know, now as everything is already posted there, what I have done, I made from the advert only one post of the ad maker. I only made one, and that ad maker, I only made this one. The ad maker is saying to people, we are going to embark on this journey of natural energy and vitality. Now, after that, when I boosted this, I put it at the learn more. These are the things that we are going to learn about them. And when I put it there, I will keep on advertising this, but this is already automated. So I paid for an announcement. And this announcement has got nothing to do with selling a product. I paid for this announcement because I want to put traffic now to start coming here. And then on the day 3 here, this is day 3. Maybe after the day 4, I will put my first advert of GRW. But when you go through this, you will appreciate what you see here because 70% it is education. So these are the things that we talk about when we talk about awareness digitally. And they are some of the things that are in the Facebook group that we will be doing. Leaders, this is the end of our lesson today. I know it was a bit advanced, a bit complicated, but put your questions in the WhatsApp group, put your questions in the Facebook group. Put your questions in the Facebook group. Any last comments?
It's not a comment, it's a question regarding that new page that you have created. So that is an educational page. Should we also boost on the educational page to attract the traffic?
Yes, the first 7 that you put ahead, it is the blog. But before the blog, you first do the one of advert, because the one of advert is the one that is going to have that link that is going to make you see who are reading through the blog. That is the one that you post. The very first one is the one that you post. That is the one that you will keep on posting in your WhatsApp everywhere. But it's only calling people to come to the blog. So you boost the first, the introduction and the invitation.
So I haven't done much on mine, but what I did a welcoming blog. It's not an advert, it's just a welcoming blog. I don't remember whether it does. No, it doesn't have any pictures. So I can do an ad and boost that ad. Secondly.
Yes, but when you boost an ad, make sure that you have already scheduled your lessons. When your lessons are fully scheduled and have been put there, the first thing that you put this announcement, then you put your lessons. They are not visible, but you have finished. Now, when you know that that is done, you go there and boost that one.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
Yeah, but we can do a one-on-one on that. And after we have done the one-on-one on that, then we can take your one-on-one that we do on that, and then we make a lesson that we teach maybe on Wednesday or something like that.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Leaders, this is the last day for Turkey. We still have an opportunity to qualify for Turkey. And we are encouraging those with closer numbers to look at them closely to see what can be done. And please, if you want to have questions to see how we help you to do that, let's do that. And also, this is the time for, don't forget, whilst it is the last day for Turkey, it is also the last day of the month. Let us not forget on our boxes, whether it is 2 boxes to others or 5 to myself. This time I need to remember all 5, not only the 2. So let's remind each other on that. Okay, leaders.